Hi, this is Attorney Mike Irvin coming to you from Chicago as usual, and today we're going to look at Sovereign Citizens in Court number 17. Let's do it. Well, we have a fun one for you today. We've got two clips and our first appearance of the Fez on Law Talk with Mike.
On the charge of having a suspended driver's license on April 12th. What is your plea, sir?
Just I have a couple of questions before we proceed. I don't understand the nature and cause of the charges.
He's confused about his charge of driving on a suspended license.
And don't forget to hit like and subscribe, or the dogs get it.
Well, you're charged with driving on a suspended, canceled, or revoked driver's license.
Okay. Is there a sworn statement against me or injured party?
I believe you probably received a citation on April 12th. That would be the criminal complaint filed against you.
Yep, that'll do it. Anything else for you?
Okay. And is there a injured party or damage to property here?
It's charge brought by the city of Las Vegas, sir.
Okay, so the city's the victim in the case?
The city is the charging.
So they're the victim.
What is your plea on
If the city is
Mr.
if they are
Martinez,
the
today is your
victim,
Mr.
I would like
Martinez,
to
I am in
move
charge
this
of
to a
this
federal
courtroom,
court.
and you're going to stop
We are in charge of the courtroom.
I don't know. Kind of looks like she's in charge to me.
Marshal, would you show Mr. Martinez the inside of our holding tank, please? You're not going to tell me who's in charge of my courtroom, Mr. Martinez. Go ahead and go with the marshal. That is direct contempt of court.
You are in contempt.
Okay, Mr. Martinez, since you have informed me that I am in contempt of court and that you are in fact in charge of this courtroom, I'm going to go ahead and sentence you today to direct contempt of court. I will give you an opportunity to apologize if you choose to do so and behave in a manner that I consider appropriate for a courtroom. Would you like to do that today, Mr. Martinez?
What would I be
It is a
apologizing?
yes or a no question.
What would I be apologizing
For
for?
your direct contempt of court, sir.
Wrong answer. The correct response was yes, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
All I was asking was legal questions, ma'am.
I disagree, sir. I'm going to ask you the question one more time. Did you wish to apologize and proceed in a manner I consider appropriate in this courtroom or not? Okay. Direct contempt. I'm going to sentence him to 15 days in jail. Okay, thank you.
The Sixth Amendment grants me that.
No, it doesn't.
Sir, I would suggest you stop speaking now.
Well, that was a fun little warm-up, just a standard sovereign citizen fail in the most common way possible. This next clip is just deliciously awful, and we're very excited. It's the first appearance of the Fez on Law Talk with Mike, so I invite you to come along on a little journey with me, wherein a man in a Fez attempts to say something intelligent over the course of about 5 minutes and fails miserably.
Okay, this is the matters of State of New Jersey versus Emir Colonel Chauncey L., also known as Cornell Hall, also known as Cornell Dixon.
For objection, for the record.
No. We're not going down that road. We're not going down that road.
Go so crazy someplace else.
Everybody else sit down. Have a seat. Have a seat. That's 0807727I, 0302282I, 0804441I. Mr. Luciano, would you note your appearance for the record?
Judge, good morning. Assistant Prosecutor Mike Luciano for the state.
All right, last time we were in court, the court made a ruling. Mr. Houston, would you note your appearance, please? All right, court made a ruling, in essence, allowing Mr. L. To represent himself in these matters. Subsequent to that, the court has received 2 other filings from Mr. L.
And wow, were they awful.
Sir, you are.
Sir, I am Alfred Sahel from the Aboriginal Law Firm.
Are you a licensed practitioner?
I am not.
Well, on the other side, sir, on the other side of the railing. Thank you. Subsequent to that ruling, the court has received, I believe, 2 other filings from Mr. L. And in one of those filings, he's raising a jurisdictional issue. So the court, upon further reflection, given the nature and complexity of the issues that have been raised by Mr. L.
I have to think that was a cute little euphemism by the judge for just saying, given the complete craziness of these filings.
The court is rescinding its previous ruling and will make a determination that until a licensed practitioner in the state of New Jersey substitutes in for Mr. L, the court will enter an order that Mr. Keesler will remain as counsel.
Objection. For the record.
It's overruled.
I don't need to hear it. It's overruled. And he's right.
Objection. For the record, I have not authorized the Office of Public Defense or John J. Keesler to take this matter.
Okay.
To represent this.
Very well.
The office, for the record.
I got it. Until there is a licensed practitioner in the state of New Jersey.
Objection. The practice of law cannot be licensed by any state.
Yes, it can, and it is by every state.
And that's according to Schwab versus Board of the Examiners 353 U.S. 238-239.
Objections overruled. Until there is an attorney, a licensed practitioner here to represent Mr. L, court is recognizing Mr. Keesler as the attorney of record.
That is actually really interesting to me. Apparently he allowed this guy to represent himself the last hearing. He's rescinding that order and saying, no, we're going to have a public defender represent you until you get somebody else. I didn't even know they could do that. I'm not looking it up. I'm sure he did. Yeah, I'm sure he looked at the crazy pleadings put before him and thought, I'm not dealing with this guy. I've got to get somebody who knows something about the law that I can actually talk to. And I'm sure he did his homework and knows that it's within his discretion to do so. So he said, no, you get the public defender whether you like it or not.
Objection. For the record, on the record, and let the record show, the rule of professional conduct states, RPC 1.0, a law firm denotes a lawyer or lawyers in a law partnership, professional corporation, sole proprietorship, or other association authorized to practice law, or lawyers employed in a legal services organization or the legal department of a corporation or other organization. http www.judiciarystate.nj.us.
Maybe this is just for the attorneys, but citing a case which, by the way, doesn't say anything. He's just giving a definition of attorney, which it doesn't help or hurt his cause. It's just kind of irrelevant to the proceedings. But he then does cite the case via the website, not the actual, not to a reporter the way, somebody would actually cite a case in the normal course of, practicing law.
/ rules.
Until an attorney authorized to practice law is representing you, Mr. L, the public defender's office, Mr. Keesler, will represent you.
Objection. For the record, the corporate body politic that has authorized the Aboriginal Law Firm's Secretary of State authorization number.
Oh, there's just so much to unpack here. First of all, he has the fez, which is just fantastic. I really like all of these videos better if we've got some costume. The obviously the wizard robe from Hawaii or the Davy Crockett get up out in Montana. It always makes it a little bit better. The other thing that just cracks me up is he's got his right hand up the whole time, which is just silly, and it doesn't really help anything. It's also impractical. You need your hand. But he remains with that. And then finally, he's making reference to Aboriginal law. I just looked it up so I can try to figure out what that is. If somebody has some grand idea of what Aboriginal law is, please put it in the comment section below. Everything I saw was reference to Canada. We're in the United States here, so I think I get what they're trying to get at, but it's just sort of a fairy tale. I don't think that any such thing really exists in any meaningful way.
003.
The fact that you listen to me, Mr. That's it. That's it. I'm tired of this now. If you come in here again with this mess, and I'm going to call it mess on the record, you're going to be arrested. We're done. This matter will be continued to November 10th. If there's a substitution of attorney from somebody licensed, the fact that the Aboriginal law firm may have some standing with the Secretary of State is not the issue in this case. It's a question of whether, in fact, the law firm has an attorney licensed to practice in the state of New Jersey. The matter is continued to November 10th, 2008 at 9 o'clock. Thank you.
Objection.
I'm done. I'm done.
Now put this on the record, please.
I really like this judge. He's having none of it. One slight style difference, although I kind of like it because I kind of like the way the video ends, so that doesn't really matter. And it's implied in there, but I think if you really want to close it off, you say, you know, this case is adjourned. So that we stop with the talking. But this guy just continues to just say objection to everything and then spew complete and utter nonsense going nowhere.
You can put whatever you want on the record. I'm done.
For the record, on the record, and let the record show, I have filed a writ of coronam juris, a demand for termination or state the proper jurisdiction to all matters concerning the items of subject.
I know. I got it. I already placed it on the record. Already placed it on the record. Place it on the record. November 10th, 9 o'clock. That's it.
For the record, I give honors to Judge Smith. Thank you.
Okay, I had a lot of fun with it. I've done a lot of Sovereign Citizens videos. I did have one or two that I would describe as mores. However, this is my first Fez, and I know this is old, but I kind of have to start from the beginning. So I know even if you've seen it before, it's kind of like if you give somebody a present, you know what's in the box, but it's kind of fun to watch them open it. I have to start at first principles here and go back and see all of this stuff from the beginning, at least from the beginning in the YouTube sense. I'm sure it predates a lot of that. Here at Law Talk, we do a lot of videos answering common legal questions. We also do reviews of law in the movies and then on TV. We also share some of our more interesting cases. We're always putting out new videos. So if you like that, please hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell.